Good afternoon, traders. This is TraderTalk from easyMarkets in Sydney. TonyD here. Cutting through the noise today, we have a lot of volatility in certain pairs, a little less in others. Now, where are we getting the big moves? The Aussie dollar came out some dreadful retail sales, lowest in 4.5 years. Has hit the Aussie a little bit harder than I suspected the data would today. Down back towards 78.30, has hit as low as 78.20. The downside support, that 78 level, which has held multiple attempts in the last week, is potentially on the cards again today, and a breakdown does open up that big level 77.50, 77.60, the high from last year. A break below that, that's where the big stops are, that's where the big moves would happen if that was to be the case. Might need a little bit more of a push there for something along the lines of a strong NFP on Friday, or we can get some talk about this new Fed chief. The new Fed chief, the favourite, the front runner at the moment is Kevin Walsh. He's a bit of a hawk, a little bit of a more staunch opponent of bowing down to the market. So, he's basically has taken exception to the way that stock markets and the Fed have been related in the last 6 or 7 years. And so if that's the view, then his concern if stocks start to fall might be a little bit less than what you've seen from other Fed governors. So there was something in the market called the Greenspan put, the Bernanke put. What that was is if stocks fell, the central bank's got your back. This guy is taking a little bit of a different tact, and without that, perhaps the volatility can come back into the US stock market, which you can see has been just a relentless one-way rally here for most of the year. And perhaps though, if we do get a more hawkish Fed chairman, you will see a bit more two-way volatility. And if he does seem like he wants to raise rates quicker than Yellen, then that does affect profitabilities of companies and can create that downside in the stock market, especially just in the initial market shock as the new Fed chair is announced. There's a lot of other runners, and potentially Yellen will have a second term as well. So we'll have to wait and see. That should be announced in the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned for any headlines about that, because that's potentially the biggest story in the market at the moment. And the only other thing that can even come close to it would be the ECB meeting later in October. On that front, the euro is stable in the 117 to 118 level. Hasn't really chosen a new direction just yet. Topside is proving a little harder to get past. Same with the dollar yen, 113, it's just providing a little bit more of a resistance point than you'd expect. Given the bullishness of the US dollar in the stock market, the fact it can't get past 113 does create a little bit of doubt in some traders' mind that we are, in the strength of the uptrend just here. But like I said, that Walsh comment from Fed chairman, if he was to become into power, then there's a chance here that the US yields and the forecast of US rate hikes would go through the roof. And the best way to play that, if it becomes the truth that there's going to be a new hawkish Fed chair, is to be long dollar yen. So a lot of activity noted in that pair in recent days from big players in the market, big hedge funds taking out longer term options to the top side. So we'll see how that plays out in the coming weeks. Alright guys, if you have any questions or if you're actually interested in options, on that note, we do have a full options platform here at easyMarkets. So if you're looking to do anything from 1 day to 6 month option, we can create a petite little offering there. Any sort of in-between date. We're not a trading exchange traded options at all. You can do one from 2 days away, 3 days away, 4 days away. We'll generate a price for you, and you'll be able to open both buying and selling options with us. If you have any questions about that, please contact us on the details below. If you're not a member of the Active Traders group, you can use the link below to get access as well.